What up, world? It's Drex. I'm with my homie Jose. Sorry I didn't do one yesterday. Right after, hold up. Right after we did the, does that work? Good enough? Right after we did or I did the last video, bro, I literally walked like 5 seconds after and my car broke down. My car was just running and, it was like 20-minute video and I'm just like walking around the parking garage recording myself. And then I go into my car and it's just like, vroom, 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 vroom. I'm like, fuck.
What was it?
I don't know, some shit classic with the truck. But it reminded me of like what I want to make today's video about, which was, that's funny, it's a different story than I was gonna tell you, but I'll just tell you this one. It was one of the worst days of my life. Yo, you know what's crazy is you were actually involved.
The worst day?
Yeah.
Of course I was involved.
It was a day my car broke down as well. And that was like right when I was like just kind of figuring out where to stay. And I was like bouncing around between the studio or wherever and your crib. And you had called me and you were like, yo, you can't stay here tonight. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, all right, cool. Like I got places, I can figure it out. And I was like, where am I gonna sleep tonight? And then I was like, it was around that time where I'd stay in my car every now and then if I like worst comes to worst. So I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll make music tonight, stay in the car. Bro, I go to like, I don't even remember, like CVS or some shit. I walk out and I get a call and it was from Iggs and like, I'm like getting in my car and I go to start my car and my car won't start. And I was like, yo, 1 sec, let me call you back. And like, I'm like, fuck, bro, what am I gonna do? Like, now I can't move my car. Like I had no money. So I was like, yeah, I was like, if the car gets towed, I'm fucked. Like I won't have my car. My whole life is in the car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I can't go somewhere even if I figure this out. And I'm like, I'm not moving. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. And then I forget even how that part got worked out. But then I was like, fuck it. I walk out and I call Iggs. I'm like, yo, what's good? And he goes, bro, me and Kenny are in LA. It's the shit, you know. He's like, I got some bad news. And I was like, okay. And he was like, this is around the time where I'd made Monday Morning, Go Wild, and like all those songs. I was like in the process of making all those. And he goes, yo, we were in LA, we parked the car, we left our backpacks in the car, which had the laptops and the hard drives. Somebody broke in and stole all of them. And he's like, all your music's gone.
On some future shit.
And I was like, what? Yeah, type shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, for sure.
What did you really do after?
Because I was already so pissed, just like having a shit day where it felt like so fake. And bro, I remember, last night was trippy because it gave me that feeling where I was like, bro, my car's broken down so many times at this point where I've like, it's like a nostalgia feeling at this point. I get in my car, I'm like, oh, this shit again. But I was like so pissed because I have so much to do and I'm working on so much yesterday and it was like horrible timing.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, man. I thought back to that one and I was like, damn, like, I'm fine now. You know what I mean? Like comparatively, like before my whole life would have been fucked. And I was like, this sucks right now. But I was like, all right, whatever. And then I thought back to that because in that moment when he called me, he was like, yo, like it's gone. I'm like, okay, for sure. Like the files, I don't know how this shit works fully yet. Like it's gone. He's like, it's gone. And I was like, okay. And so then he hung up and bro, I just remember like going and sitting, I literally just like sat down on the curb and I just sat there like thinking and I started laughing because it was like so funny.
What, that day?
Yeah.
Or yesterday?
No, that day.
Okay.
Like so the Iggs calls me, songs are gone.
Yeah.
I sat on the curb and just started laughing because I was like smiling and I'm like, bro, if this is the worst it gets, I'm like, I got this shit.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the moment I like knew I was like, I got this. Because there's other shit. I was going through other shit, but it was like, it was like all that real life shit that you deal with, plus 3 just things in a row. It was literally the world being like, fuck you, now what, bitch? And I just remember sitting on the curb and laughing and being like, I got this. I was like, this don't matter.
That's
Bro,
an interesting way to look at
bro,
it.
that night, I Ubered to GFL Paul's crib, Good for Life.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Kalen.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I went to his crib and we recorded on some 47 shit that night. And he filmed it. Paul filmed it too. That shit is so, bro. And I remember being on that couch like damn near crying, just being like, cause I made that song and that was the same night I learned, holy fuck, you don't have to be at your crib, or you don't have to be in the studio to make music. You could just go anywhere and make music. I was like, what? You just gotta what? You could just record here? I was like, y'all record here for real? But it was like good. Like I had seen it, but it was like good, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. I hope I was in frame for that. Paul hit me the other day, actually. I gotta get back to him. I was on tour.
He's in Texas still, right? Or no?
I don't know.
What was that?
I gotta catch up with him. Him and Kaylin. I haven't talked to either of them in a minute. Kenny just hit Kaylin, actually, on some Lauryn Hill. Miss Lauryn Hill.
Yeah. Let me get a shot of you. Did you finish?
Yeah.
Do you still want to record?
No, that's good enough. That is, I hope y'all hear me. I hope I was in the shot.
Peace.
Last call. Fuck last call. See y'all tomorrow.